There are moments in life when a person appears, and for reasons you cannot explain, your heart reacts before your mind does. You speak to them, and something inside you feels familiar, like a door you didn't know existed suddenly opened. Like you are remembering instead of meeting. Plato believed this experience is not coincidence, not chance, not simple attraction, not hormones, not fantasy. He believed that the soul remembers what the mind has forgotten. To Plato, love is not something we find. It is something that returns, and sometimes it returns in the eyes of another. The memory of the soul. Plato taught that the soul existed before the body, before your first breath, before your first memory, before your first word. Your soul has traveled. Your soul has known. Your soul has loved. So when two souls recognize each other in this life, it is not a discovery. It is a reunion. This is why some people feel like home the moment you meet them. This is why their voice feels like something you have heard before. This is why their presence calms you without effort. The soul is remembering, the kind of love that feels like recognition. There are different forms of love. There is love born from desire, longing for warmth, closeness, affirmation. There is love born from loneliness, needing someone to fill an empty place. There is love born from projection, wanting someone to play a role in your story. But the love Plato described is different. It is quiet, steady, deep, and immediate. It does not rush. It does not demand. It does not pretend. It does not perform. It simply is. When you meet someone who awakens this love, you do not feel excitement first. You feel peace, as though your soul exhales. Ah, there you are. Why some connections feel instant. Plato believed the soul is whole. But when it enters life, it divides. Half remains within the infinite. Half enters the body. And we spend our lives longing for a sense of completion we cannot name. We try to fill it with accomplishments, possessions, recognition, temporary affection, distractions, noise. But the soul recognizes its own reflection instantly. This is why you can meet someone once and feel close. You can know someone for years and feel nothing. You can lose someone, and the grief feels ancient. You can love someone without understanding why. The mind looks for logic. The soul looks for familiarity. The language of the soul. You do not recognize a soul with your eyes. You recognize it with your calm, silence, ease, warmth, breath, presence. Sometimes you feel safe without knowing the person. Sometimes you tell them things you've never said out loud. Sometimes your whole body rests near them. This is not weakness. This is memory. Plato said, "What the heart knows today, the mind will understand tomorrow." You do not have to explain a connection that is older than your words. Not all soul recognition leads to staying. This is the part that hurts. Sometimes when souls recognize each other, they do not get to stay together. The connection is real. The love is real. The familiarity is real. But timing is not, because recognition is not the same as readiness. Two souls may know each other, but two minds may still be learning. So, do not mistake separation for failure. Some souls meet to awaken each other, to open a door inside, to change the direction of a life, to teach love, to teach pain, to teach growth. Some love stories are not meant to last forever. Some are meant to transform you forever. The purpose was not to stay. The purpose was to remember. Love, as learning Plato said, love is a mirror. When you love someone deeply, they show you your wounds. They show you your fears. They show you your insecurities. They show you the parts of yourself you have avoided. And they also show you your capacity to care, your capacity to forgive, your capacity to open, your capacity to heal. We do not love to find completion. We love to learn who we are. Every real connection changes you. Every real connection leaves something in your soul. Every real connection teaches you how to love better than you loved before. This is why grief hurts so deeply, because love was real, and real love leaves imprints. But this is also why grief can become wisdom, because real love never disappears, it transforms. Love that awakens the soul. The love Plato spoke of does not ask, "Do you belong to me?" It asks, "Who do we become because we met?" If the love deepens your kindness, strengthens your patience, softens your heart, expands your awareness, teaches you to see beauty, then the love was true, even if it didn't last in form. The goal is not to keep love. The goal is to be changed by it. Plato believed every soul you love is another step toward remembering who you really are. The heart knows first. Your soul does not speak in language. It speaks in instinct, intuition, quiet confidence, a soft pull toward someone, a sense of familiarity, a feeling that needs no explanation. Your soul is the first to recognize love. Your mind is the last to understand it. This is why love feels like mystery at first, because your soul remembers what your mind is only beginning to learn. When love arrives too early, there are times when two souls recognize each other, but one or both are still afraid of being seen, afraid of being vulnerable, afraid of being misunderstood, afraid of being hurt again. So they hold back. They step close, then step away. They say, "I feel something," then pretend they don't. They try to forget and fail. Plato understood this. He said love is not only joy, love is revelation. And revelation can be uncomfortable because love does not ask, "Are you ready?" Love asks, "Are you willing?" Willing to look inward, willing to face your patterns, willing to unlearn the defenses that once protected you, willing to step toward someone even knowing you could lose them. Love does not require perfection. It requires courage. The fear of losing love. When we love deeply, something tender awakens. The fear of losing what feels like home. This fear can make us cling, or push away, or overthink everything until the heart becomes exhausted. But Plato teaches you cannot lose what is truly part of your soul's journey. Even if the form changes, even if the relationship ends, even if distance happens, even if life moves in different directions, the connection remains, the imprint remains, the growth remains, the memory remains. The soul does not forget those it has touched. The pain of separation. There is a particular pain reserved for love that feels destined, but does not stay in the form you hoped. This pain is not ordinary heartbreak. It feels ancient. It feels deep. It feels like losing something you never got to fully hold. It feels like mourning a world that existed only inside the heart. But Plato offers a gentle truth. Separation is not the end. It is the continuation of the lesson. Sometimes distance is what allows the love to reveal its purpose. The pain is not punishment. The pain is the soul stretching, growing, opening, learning to hold more light than it could before. This pain is sacred, and it will not last forever. The love that stays in the soul. Not all love stories return as relationships. Some return as wisdom. Some return as strength. Some return as grace. You may not end up walking through life together, but you will carry each other in quiet ways, in how you speak, in how you listen, in how you love again, in how you understand others, in how you see the world differently. Now they changed you, and that change does not fade. You are not who you were before you loved them, and you are not meant to be. The soul does not seek to go backward. The soul seeks to expand. When love returns later in life, Plato believed the soul is patient, more patient than the mind, more patient than desire, more patient than fear. Sometimes two souls recognize each other, but one must heal, or one must grow, or one must break open, or one must return to their own self first. So they separate, not to move on, but to become ready. And years later, a message arrives. A coincidence happens. A familiar face appears in a crowded room. A name you thought was gone returns, and the connection is the same. But you are different. You are softer, stronger, wiser, more open, more aware, more capable of love that is not fear-based, but soul-based. In this way, some love stories come back when the timing is finally true. Why the heart breaks? The heart breaks because it needs more room for love to grow. It is not breaking because something is wrong with you. It is breaking because something inside you is developing. Humility, depth, compassion, understanding, tenderness, clarity. The heart breaks to expand. Plato believed heartbreak is not the end of love. It is the awakening of it. The love that grows after pain is quieter but deeper, gentler but stronger. Less about possession, more about appreciation. The pain is not the loss of love. The pain is the transformation of love. The difference between wanting someone and loving them. Wanting says, I need you to fill something in me. Love says, I want to grow with you. Wanting says, I'm afraid to lose you. Love says, I trust that what is real will remain in the ways that matter. Wanting tries to hold tightly. Love opens its hands. Wanting grasps. Love allows. Love does not demand the other to become something. Love invites the other to unfold into themselves. This is why soul-recognized love is rare. It requires maturity. It requires stillness. It requires willingness to feel without controlling. Love is not found in the taking. Love is found in the seeing the other as they are, not as we want them to be. Seeing the soul, not the story. How two souls grow together. When the connection is real, it does not remain still. It evolves, sometimes slowly, sometimes painfully, sometimes beautifully. Two souls who recognize each other, learn patience, learn honesty, learn forgiveness, learn vulnerability, learn how to remain soft in a world that teaches hardness. They learn how to hold love with both strength and tenderness. This is the love that does not burn out. This is the love that deepens. The soul grows toward love, not through intensity, but through presence. Quiet confidence, a soft pull toward someone, a sense of familiarity, a feeling that needs no explanation. Your soul is the first to recognize love. Your mind is the last to understand it. This is why love feels like mystery at first, because your soul remembers what your mind is only beginning to learn. There are loves that change your days, and there are loves that change your life, not because of what happened, but because of who you became in the presence of that love. Plato believed that soul-recognized love is not random. It is not accidental. It is not coincidence. It is a meeting arranged by the structure of existence itself. Two souls cross paths exactly when they can awaken something in one another. Not always something easy, not always something happy, but always something true. This is why the connections that matter the most rarely feel simple. They feel intense, familiar, overwhelming, deep, unexplainable, as if something ancient is happening in the present moment. Because something ancient is happening. Your soul is remembering. When the heart becomes open to love in the way Plato describes, is not to fall, it is to awaken. Awakening is slow. Awakening is gentle. Awakening is often painful, because to awaken the heart, it must first soften. Softening means letting go of defenses, loosening the grip on pride, allowing yourself to feel, allowing yourself to be seen, allowing someone in. This is frightening, because the heart remembers every past wound. So when love returns, the heart trembles. Not because the love is wrong, but because the heart is learning to trust again. To love is to risk, but not to love is to remain asleep. Why soul recognition is rare. Plato did not believe that every person you meet is significant. Out of thousands of faces, you may recognize only a few, not with your eyes, with your being. There are many people you will like, many you will admire, many you will enjoy, many you may feel attraction for. But recognition is different. Recognition is silent, immediate, undeniable. Recognition is not excitement. It is peace. Recognition is when your heart says, I remember you, and your soul says, I am safe here. It is rare because it requires emotional openness, spiritual readiness, inner sensitivity, past life familiarity, a heart that has broken and healed enough to feel deeply again. Recognition does not happen in shallow souls, only in souls that have lived. When two souls are mirrors, Plato said that souls reflect each other. When you look into someone and see your tenderness, your longing, your wounds, your beauty, your fear, your hope, you are seeing yourself through them. This is why certain relationships are intense, not because the other person is overwhelming, but because your heart is awakening in their presence. They show you the parts of yourself that have been waiting to unfold, the parts of yourself that have been waiting to be healed, the parts of yourself you have hidden from the world. Love is not always gentle at first. Sometimes love is a storm that clears the sky. When love must change form, Some soul connections do not stay in the form of relationship. Sometimes the love becomes a memory that guides you, a strength you didn't know you had, a gentleness you didn't know you needed, a lesson that shaped your becoming. Not every person you love is meant to walk beside you, but every person you love is meant to open something in you. That opening is the gift. That opening is the purpose. That opening is the continuation of love. Because love does not end when the relationship ends. Love ends only when the heart closes. And you are not meant to close. How to love without losing yourself. Plato believed that true love strengthens identity. It does not erase it. Love that consumes you is attachment. Love that frees you is truth. To love without losing yourself. Keep your inner world alive. Speak your truth gently. Let silence be shared, not feared. Do not rush belonging. Do not sacrifice yourself to be loved. Do not abandon your needs to keep someone. Do not shrink to fit into another's comfort. Love is not merging. Love is mirroring. Two souls standing side by side, each whole, each free, each choosing. Real love does not ask you to become smaller. Real love invites you to become more yourself. When souls return to each other, Plato believed that soul-recognized love cannot ever be truly lost. Even if time passes, distance grows, silence settles, lives move in different directions, the connection does not break. It rests. And if two souls are meant to walk together again, they will return to each other, not by searching, not by chasing, not by forcing, but by alignment, because the universe has no difficulty bringing two souls together when they are both ready. Love is not found by effort. Love is found by being prepared to receive it. If your heart has learned tenderness, honesty, patience, and trust, love will not miss you. It will recognize you instantly, just as you will recognize it. The final teaching, love awakens the divine. Plato believed love is not human first. Love is spiritual first. The soul does not recognize bodies. It recognizes light. Love is not choosing someone. Love is remembering someone. Love is not something you achieve. Love is something you return to. Love is not something outside you. Love is something you are made of. When Plato spoke of love, he was speaking of the divine spark inside every soul, the part that forgives without being asked, understands without explanation, stays soft after being broken, continues to hope, continues to love, even when life has been unkind. This softness is not weakness. This softness is the highest strength, because love is the courage to remain open in a world that often teaches us to close. You are not searching for love. You are remembering it. Let this truth settle in you gently. The person you loved was not the lesson. Love itself was the lesson. The person you lost was not the ending. Understanding yourself was the beginning. The heart that broke was not a failure. It was an opening. The soul that recognized another did not make a mistake. It remembered, and it will remember again. Love does not disappear. Love transforms. Love evolves. Love deepens. Love does not die, because love is the part of you that is eternal. They learn how to hold love with both strength and tenderness. This is the love that does not burn out. This is the love that deepens. The soul grows toward love, not through intensity, but through presence. Quiet confidence, a soft pull toward someone, a sense of familiarity, a feeling that needs no explanation. Your soul is the first to recognize love. Your mind is the last to understand it. This is why love feels like mystery at first, because your soul remembers what your mind is only beginning to learn.